to Drinking by My Vlogmas! Archie's back again, and today we are doing a video where we are talking all about the differences in Christmas in the UK versus the US. Two hometowns fight it out to be number one. It's not, that's not what it is.
To the death.
We have each experienced each other's Christmases. I've had two in the States. You've had...
Cried on one?
Because I was ill.
I was ill.
You were ill and it was boring.
You were feeling sorry for yourself.
And you've done 4 or 5 over here.
I'm just great.
So yeah, so we each know them-ish.
I win.
You win. That's number one in the battle for the top spot. The first difference between England and America is the fact that we say Happy Christmas instead of Merry Christmas.
Happy Christmas. That's it. Just happy.
Just happy.
Happy every other day of the year. Happy.
See,
Merry.
Merry Christmas does sound nicer.
Merry Christmas. It's just
It sounds
every
jollier.
song, every book, every story. It's merry, right?
We wish you a happy Christmas. Yeah, okay.
And that's probably because we're better represented as Americans, but
Mm-hmm. No, but we say merry as well. I think...
because of us. Like, we start something, it gets out there. It's the only thing out there. You nibble on it, you recreate. England goes through evolution,
You know we came
has
first,
Christmas,
right?
develops humanity,
Okay.
and then says happy.
We also, just to make things worse, often say Happy Crimbo.
That's not a serious English thing. That's like when English people are being silly, they talk like Miranda.
Yeah, but it's like Crimbo is a very common abbreviation. Like you'd be like, "What are you guys doing for Crimbo? Mesa Crimbo?"
Mesa Crimbo sounds like an extinct Jurassic period.
Mesa Crimbo.
Mesa
So yeah,
a creature.
so that's a big difference is the vocabulary.
Mesa Crimbo, yeah,
Xmas maybe.
definitely. If you're
Mhm.
typing, you'd always say Xmas party, Festivus for the rest of us.
The next difference I've noticed is something that is kind of unexpected because I would have assumed, up until my experience of it from being there and then from reading online just now, that it was the other way around. But in fact, Christmas both starts earlier and ends later in England than in America. So we just have a longer Christmas period because this is the thing that I was the most of anything shocked at when I had Christmas in the States. Is basically I knew that you guys didn't have Boxing Day. Like I'd heard that you didn't have Boxing Day,
Yeah.
but I hadn't registered that means you don't have Boxing Day. Like Christmas is over on Christmas Day. You don't. In England, we like stay up all night drinking because the next day is a day off. Whereas when we were in Vegas, it was like the few Christmas decorations that were up were taken down literally the day after Christmas. We went out and there was no Christmas decorations anywhere to be seen. And it was Boxing Day. Boxing Day is like my favourite day of the whole Christmas period. That is weird. Contrary to expectations, Christmas is a bigger deal in England than it is in America.
We've got other shit going on, you
Yeah.
know? Like, Christmas comes in strong,
Yeah.
and it leaves quick,
Yeah.
like any
Our year is
desired experience.
built around Christmas. Christmas jumper day. So Christmas jumpers you guys do have, or Christmas sweaters.
Really good ones.
Sweaters.
Yeah.
But is Christmas jumper day such a big thing?
It's definitely still a point of pride having,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like over here, Primark goes a long way in contributing to that.
Yeah. I know you guys have them because we've had like, I've been with your family when we've had matching fun Christmas sweaters.
Yeah.
But we have like, here we have Christmas jumper day where in the office everyone wears a Christmas jumper. And it's just like a thing. Basically everything we do is just really naff, but we all embrace it.
I do know that bad Christmas sweaters worldwide are appreciated.
Yeah, okay, there you go. We can shake hands that we all appreciate the value of a good Christmas jumper. I have another question. I don't know if this is an American thing or just a your family thing, but I love it. The Christmas pajamas.
I don't think that's a thing.
Okay, because I really like that.
Background though, 2-3 years running, all of us get the same PJs and then
Yeah.
wear them on Christmas Day.
Yeah, and that's great. Your mum gets them for us all, and then we take a picture on Christmas morning of the whole family in their Christmas jammies.
Yeah, I didn't grow up doing that.
And you didn't?
No.
Okay, I see.
Don't think I knew anyone who grew up doing it.
I didn't know if it was like the American version of a Christmas jumper, but it's just a your family thing, but it's great. America, adopt that.
Late edition, good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Something that we don't have, that you guys do, is the Hallmark movie. feel like that is a massive thing for you guys, is the like sheer number of Christmas Hallmark movies that you have.
You wonder how much time it took them to make the Christmas movie and how those actors feel about their lives. Because what it gave to you
Yeah.
was very little.
Yeah. But you have so many of them. But like a Christmas romance, or like a Christmas adopting a puppy, or a Christmas
There's gotta
setting
be
up a bakery.
every variation on Santa Claus's family. I don't know, the unreliable uncle from her upbringing, and it turns out he's actually Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And he's only unreliable because he was only making every child happy.
Oh, question. I don't know the answer. Are Christmas adverts the same amount of being a big deal? I feel like the big advert moment of your year is the Super Bowl, whereas for us, it's Christmas.
I couldn't tell you, it's been so long.
So we always used to have a thing. It's actually shifted now, but it used to be when I was growing up. Christmas doesn't start until the Coca-Cola ad is on TV. The holidays are coming, holidays are coming. And that's, I'm sure, an American advert, or an American, like, jingle, maybe?
It's got Polar Bears, right?
It's always a real thing.
I bet they made it. Why pay for anything?
Yeah.
It's Coca-Cola.
Yeah. So it used to be always that was when Christmas started. Did you have that when you were growing up? Like, when you saw the advert, you knew Christmas was starting?
No, Christmas was always based around Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. So ours is ruled by the adverts. Used to be Coca-Cola, and now it's John Lewis. The John Lewis ad is like the Christmas moment of the year. And the John Lewis ad this year is Delightful, with Elton John.
Delightful, but then the other, like, really delightful ad that just isn't being shown.
The Iceland one?
Yeah.
The one about the palm oil?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not delightful, it's sad, but it's good.
Good.
Yeah, it should be shown.
Yeah.
Google it, you can find it.
And we're back.
So, Christmas Day itself, how does it start? Tell me about stockings.
You wake up, no one else is up. You wonder, how long could it possibly take for anyone else to wake up? It's not a problem. You have stockings. So.
That didn't answer my question about what are stockings, where are they,
Nope.
what's in them.
Nope. Stockings are just everything that's not a major gift, and you kind of measure how much your parents love you based on how much candy is in the stocking.
Are there any traditions of what usually goes in them? So like we always have a satsuma and some nuts.
Toblerone for my family,
Okay.
but it's it's an individual basis.
There's no like universal
very
thing.
personal.
Where do you put them? At the foot of the bed?
Fireplace.
By the fireplace. Yeah. That's so I actually now
If you're lucky enough to have a fireplace.
Yeah. I'm now confused on what the tradition is supposed to be. So technically I think the tradition in England is supposed to be that they're at the foot of the bed. But we never did that because I, as a kid, was too scared of the idea of a creepy man coming into my room in the night. I was a wise little child. So we always put ours by the fireplace. And obviously, like, most of the pictures of Christmas that we see, which are American, are by the fireplace. So now I'm confused in my head if people actually do put them at the foot of the bed. But I think technically that's the tradition over here.
Where does he come through?
He comes through the chimney.
Still?
Yeah, and then I guess goes into your room. See, it's creepy. That's why I didn't want it.
Santa.
We call him Father Christmas. That's a difference.
You
And
don't
he's-
say Santa at all?
We do. We know that word. We say Santa, but we often also say Father Christmas. But technically, apparently, I was just reading this morning, they are two different people. Like, they come from two separate traditions. But these days, they're like used. I would just use Father Christmas to mean the exact same person that you mean when you say Santa. But our Father Christmas lives in Lapland, not at the North Pole.
Yeah.
So he lives in Finland.
Which is located in Finland.
It's in Finland.
Yeah.
That's where all the reindeer are. Also, we leave sherry and mince pies for our Father Christmas because we don't hate him and we don't want to give him milk and cookies after he's literally flown across the universe.
Wouldn't you
It's
be
Christmas.
really concerned for the Santa who's consuming a sherry at every stop?
He's magic, though. Christmas in general seems to be more centered around drinking in England than in the States.
Yeah. You guys are just more honest about it.
Partly, I think, because we have the next day off.
And partly because pubs.
And partly because pubs. It's actually a really common tradition. We don't do it in my family, but a lot of families...
Christmas Day, right?
To go to the pub for Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys don't do that.
No.
We also
it's
have
weird.
the Christmas Day walk. That's a very important tradition.
Yeah, I don't think I mean, I bet there's areas in the States where people are like, yeah, we do a Christmas Day walk all the time. Just not as a Midwesterner, like, snow. Like, you just got a ton of snow.
Yeah, if it was snowing, I'd love to
And
walk
it's
in the
Christmas,
morning.
and the whole thing is that you're inside and cozy with all your new things, and that you're never leaving until you have to leave. But that's the kid view. I don't know what it's like to be an adult there.
I love the Christmas Day walk.
Yeah. It's nice.
It's really nice.
It's
and also
really
because then you
nice.
get all cold and then you come back in and feel extra snuggly, sit by the fire, open some more presents. It's the last sober thing you'll do all day.
That's the right way to go, but typically you don't have snow.
No, typically we don't. I wish we did, but we typically don't. Another thing to do on Christmas Day, or around Christmas, that I don't think you guys have, is go to the panto.
Maybe I saw half a pantomime.
Okay.
I've never seen a pantomime.
Yeah.
Um,
They're so much fun.
don't understand it. Don't know what's going on. Why it's a tradition.
Why it's a tradition?
Yeah.
Because it's great. And it's like interactive and you'll shout out, "Oh no, he didn't! Oh yes, he did!" It's great. And it's not like we see a Christmassy play as the Christmas tradition. It's just you go and see a pantomime of like Jack and the Beanstalk or something.
Well, so a pantomime can be of any other play?
Yeah, it's usually of like Cinderella, the pantomime, or some like fairy tale.
Just don't understand.
They're great. Come on, sweetie. What do you do for Christmas? Christmas Day, the food, Christmas lunch, the food is very different between countries.
Yeah.
So what do you guys have?
I want to say it's a Christmas ham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is actually, to be fair, the traditional English way, I think, a Christmas ham or Christmas goose. We moved away from it.
And some Brussels sprouts, at least in my
Brussels
situation.
sprouts.
Oh, some mash with some grilled onion, some caramelized onion.
That is not Christmas. So Christmas food in England is very set. Like, there's none of this, we might do this, we might do that.
Yeah.
We have an exact prescribed menu.
Game pie? Every time the game pie gets passed around.
That's not the Christmas meal, though. That's just a Christmassy. Around Christmas, there'll be some game pie, there'll be some ham, there'll be some other meaty shit I don't eat. But the actual Christmas meal is roast turkey, is roast potatoes, is pigs in blankets, which you guys don't have. It's sausage wrapped in bacon. They're delicious, so that makes me sad I don't eat meat anymore. We have stuffing.
Bread sauce. Let me tell you. If you're going to have turkey and you don't know what bread sauce is, get after it.
So we have Christmas pudding and we have mince pie. And you guys have some
a Christmas pudding is one of those alternate definitions of pudding in the English vernacular.
Well, pudding
because
just means
pudding,
dessert.
Yeah. Pudding not meaning a pudding.
Yeah.
And then also not meaning anything remotely digestible.
Christmas pudding isn't nice. I don't like it. A lot of people don't like it.
It's a fruitcake, right? Like, fundamentally?
Christmas cake is a fruitcake, but it's a very rich, horrible one that I hate.
Yeah.
With horrible icing that a lot of people like. Christmas pudding also is very mixed. It's
Yeah.
like part of the English Christmas tradition is to not really like Christmas pudding, but you make it anyway and you set fire to it and you bring it in flaming.
Yeah. And then that bit never really works that well, and it's always a little
It's part of the
fire.
fun. Yeah.
And then nobody eats it.
Yeah.
Except there's always like a few
A lot of people do
slices
like
out.
it.
Yeah, there's always
but it's bad. But mince pies are delicious. With brandy butter, boy.
So mince being a confusing term because it's what you guys describe for ground beef is like mince, but then you say mince pie. So you make it off-putting yourselves, no help from us with the name. And
It's
then
not,
it's just...
It's not meat, it's some like raisins and spices and stuff.
Yeah, it's just like
It's delicious.
fake meat. It's like
It's
fake
not-
Christmas meat.
It's not it's not fake meat.
Christmas meat.
It's not supposed to
Mince.
resemble meat in any way.
But it's Christmas meat. To be honest, the real triumph that everyone should be talking about is sausage rolls.
Yeah, just specifically my mom's sausage rolls.
Specifically your mother's.
Yeah.
But just in general, there's a whole thing in England where they put pastry around things. And the biggest chain of that is Greg's. And just in general, anytime you hear the word roll or like pasty is a weird one, good things. Just do it.
You're
Go
moving
for
away
it.
from Christmas now, just into like
Just food.
our beige foods that you like. Also, talking of the meal, this is actually, I think, the thing that shocked me the most when I went to the States, other than the fact that you don't have Boxing Day. The thing that made me the saddest is the lack of Christmas crackers. And it shocked me. I had no idea you guys didn't have Christmas crackers.
It's a weird thing.
Christmas crackers are such an important part of the whole experience. Everywhere you go, any Christmas meal, you have Christmas crackers. On Christmas Day, but also, like, leading up to Christmas, any restaurant you go to in the weeks before Christmas will give you Christmas crackers. Like, it's just a thing. And it doesn't matter how, like, fancy the restaurant, you pull your Christmas cracker, a paper hat comes out, you wear your paper hat. And you don't feel silly because everyone's wearing the paper hat. And everyone gets a joke, a deliberately bad joke, and it comes with a little toy. They're the best.
A thing. It comes with a thing.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's like a paper clip, but you're like, yay!
I can hold paper.
Did you just hiccup halfway through that? So basically, Christmas in England is a bit naffer. Our decorations are a bit shittier. Our songs are a bit worse. It's all a bit more cringe, but it's like a bigger thing. We get more into it. We bloody love it.
Train sets. If we could do a plug for your advertiser. Train sets.
Yeah.
Get a train under that tree.
That's not an American English thing, that's just a thing you like?
I mean, I'm American. I had a train under my tree.
Yeah, train sets are a great Christmas present. You can buy them at the link below.
Train sets.
Thanks, Amazon. So give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below if you know any more differences we haven't mentioned, or if there are any different traditions from your country where you come from that we might not know about. Because I love new Christmas traditions. I like that you suddenly have Mickey Mouse ears on when they appeared from. And do subscribe to this channel because I am posting new videos every day throughout the whole of Vlogmas, all about different Christmassy things I'm doing. Archie will be in some of them too.
I'll be in them. Been in them, Mum.
Okay, bye!